Rosyth 2024 prelim paper. This is for paper 1. Question 1. Which of the following is 402,031? Okay, so 402,000 would be option 2. Okay, 402,031. Question 2. Which of the following is the same as 9,070? 9,070 meters. Every km is 1,000 meters. So we have 9,000 meters, which means it's 9 km. Then we have 70 meters here. So 9 km and 70 meters. Option 2. Question 3. The opening hours of the shop are shown below. How long is the shop open each day? So from 10:15 a.m. all the way to 5 p.m. You can use the timeline. So you can break it up to the nearest hour, which is 11 a.m. So 10:15 to 11 would be 45 minutes. Then from 11 a.m. you start count until 5 p.m. That will be 6 hours. Because 11 to 12 is 1 hour. 12 to 5 is another 5 hours. So total 6 hours. We have 6 hour 45 minutes, option 2. Question 4. A tank was filled with 50 liters of water at 8 a.m. as shown. Water flowed out of the tank from 8 to 12 p.m. 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. The graph shows the amount of water in the tank from 8 to 12. So this is the volume of the water inside the tank. Which 1 hour period was the decrease in water the greatest? So the decrease that is the greatest would be the steepest drop. Okay, so if you look at the graph, the steepest drop without any calculations would be between 8 and 9 a.m. Okay, so option 1. Question number 5. Table shows the number of participants in an art class on Saturday and Sunday. What is the percentage increase in the number of participants from Saturday to Sunday? So we're looking at the total number of participants and the increase. So the total for Saturday would be 16 plus 24, which will give us 40. Then we have 20 plus 24, which will give us 44. So the percentage increase, you should be using this formula. The increase over original times 100%. So the increase is a 4, from 40 to 44 is 4. The original, we're looking at the one that happened first. So it's from Saturday, so Saturday would be 40. Then times 100%. Okay, so 4 and 40 you can simplify. 1/10 of 100 is 10%. So answer option 1. Question 6. What is the value of 31W over 10 minus W plus 3 when W is 2? So 31W means 31 times 2 over 10 minus 2 plus 3. So you're supposed to work on the fraction first, the numerator. 31 times 2 is 62. Then over 10 minus 2 plus 3. Do not do 2 plus 3 first, okay? So the order is that if you have plus and minus, you have to do from left to right. But before that, let's look at 62 over 10. 62 over 10 is 6.2. Now we go from left to right, which means that I'm going to do 6.2 minus 2 first. So that will be 4.2 plus 3. So answer 7.2. Option 3. If you are going to do 2 plus 3 first, you end up with 5, and then you have 6.2 minus 5, and that is wrong, wrong order. If you have plus minus, you have to do from left to right, because plus and minus are equally important. Okay, so question number 7, figure below is made up of squares. What is the least number of squares to be shaded so that the figure has one vertical line of symmetry? Now, it's important to note that they're actually asking for a vertical line. So vertical line means that it's a straight line down. So this is the only line of symmetry we're looking at. Okay, not not the diagonal, not the diagonal one. So ignore the diagonal line. Okay, so a vertical line of symmetry is here. We want the least number of squares to be shaded. So let's try to match this one matched with this one. Okay, then this one matched with this. Then we have, okay, so then this one match with this one. So you have to shade another square. And then this is fine in the middle. Then we have this one here. Oh no, sorry. I've been looking at it diagonally. Sorry. Wrong. I say it's a vertical line, but I look at the diagonal lines. Okay, vertical will be easier. This is fine. This is fine. These two matches. These two match each other. And then you have this which is here. And then you have this one. This one, match this. So that's two squares. And then last this. Okay, so whatever is on the left have to be the same on the right, mirror image. So we have three additional squares shaded. So answer is 3. Question 8, in the figure below, we have PQR straight line, and AP equals to AQ equals to QR. AP, AQ, QR. So we have isosceles triangles and 70 degrees. We're supposed to find our AQ. Okay, our AQ is here. Now, because we have isosceles triangles, so this one here would be 70 degrees, equal sides, equal angles, and this angle here, 180 minus 70, 110. So this is 110. Then to find the angle RAQ, we'll have to take 180 minus 110, then divide it by 2, because you have two equal angles. So that will give us 35 degrees, answer option 1. Okay, 180 minus 110 divide by 2. Remember to use brackets. Question 9. ABC are 3 points on the grid. B is south of point A. And you have this 225 degrees. In what direction is C from point B? From B means that the north is at B. What direction is this? So this is your compass. So we're looking at this direction. Okay, this is south, west, east. So between south and west, so southwest, option 4. Question 10, Miss Lim traveled 3.2 km in a taxi from home to the mall. Her taxi fare was based on the charges shown below. How much was her taxi fare? Okay, so 3.2 km, we're going to split it up. First km. So 3.2 km minus the first km, I get 2.2 km, which in meters will be 2,200 meters. Okay, is it every additional 400 meters or less is 20 cents? So how many sets of that do we get? So 2200 divided by 400. I'll get 5 groups of that. There is a remainder of 200. And this 200, I will have to count it as another set of 20 cents. So total, 6 times 20 cents. How much was her taxi fare? Add that to the 480. Okay, so 480 plus 120. So total $6. Yeah, answer option 3. Question 11. Sam spent $42 of his money on a gift and 2/5 of the remaining money on a book. In the end, he had 1/4 of his money left. How much money did Sam have at first? Okay, so firstly, this is the total amount of money. He spent 42 on the gift. And then we have 2/5 of the remaining money. So we cut it into 5 units. So this is for the book. This is for the gift. In the end, he had 1/4 of his money left. So the amount of money here is actually 1/4 of the total. Now, 1/4 of the total means 1 unit out of 4, right? So the amount left is actually 1 unit according to the fraction. But if you look at the model, the amount left is 3 units. So I need to make it the same. What I'll do is the amount left, I will change it to 3 units instead of 1 unit. So I times 3. I change it to 3 over 12 t. T stands for total. So from the fraction, I can say that 3 units is left. From the model, I can also say that 3 units is left. So what is 12 units? 12 units will be the total amount of money at first. So the remainder, I have 5 units, which means that $42 would be 7 units. 12U minus 5U, 7U. So 7 units is 42. One unit is 6. Okay, 1 unit is 6. How much did Sam have at first? So 12 units. 12 times 6 is 72. So answer option 3, $72. Question 12. Li Ming and Raju each had some money at first. Li Ming gave Ming 250. Ming then gave Raju 180. Raju then spent $3 on a pen. In the end, they each had $5. What was the difference between the amount Li Min and Raju had at first? Okay, there's a lot of internal transfer in this question. The only part is that Raju spent $3 on a pen. That's an external transfer. So before that, since we have a lot of internal transfers, right? We can use this method where we draw boxes for each of them. This is what they have at first. Okay, then the first change is that limit L here minus 250, 2.5 gave Ming. So Ming would be plus 250. And then Ming gave Raju. Okay. So this is before that. Ming gave Raju 180. So minus 1.8. Raju receives 1.8. Raju then spent $3 on a pen. Okay, then what they have in the end is $5 each, right? So I will write here 5, write here 5, but for Raju it's an 8. Because he spent $3 on a pen after this in order to get the $5. So right before he spent the $3, he would have $8. Okay, so we're supposed to find the difference between Lee Min and Raju. So we're going to work backwards. Raju at first would be 8 minus 180. So $6.20, 6.2. And because there's no change here, right? This would still be the same number, 6.2. And if you look at this limit, no change over here. So this is a 5. Then work backwards. Oh, actually, you don't need to find min. You can just find limit at first because they're just asking for the difference between L and R. Okay, so to find limit at first, you work backwards. 5, add back 250. So L at first, 5 plus 2.5, which is 7.5. Now we find the difference. 7.5 minus 6.2. 1.3, which is $1.30. Answer option 3. Question 13. ABCD is a trapezium with AB parallel to DC. So let's mark that out. Then you have 100 degrees, 91 degrees, and you have 52 degrees. Find D, A, E here. Okay, so firstly, when you have parallel lines, right? You can apply a few different properties. Over here, you can apply an interior angle. It looks like the one like a U shape one. So here, they add up to 180. So I can find DCE first, angle DCE, which is 180 minus 52. Then you get 128. So this over here is 128 degrees. Then in a quadrilateral, right, DCEA, ADCE, in this quadrilateral, angles add up to 360 degrees. So you just need to minus all these three angles and you get this unknown angle of DAE. Okay, so let's, no calculators, I'm going to add them up first. 100, 128, and 91. $319. Then I'll take 360. 360 minus 319. Answer 41 degrees. Okay, so option 2. Question 14. Mary glued some identical square papers in a straight line to form a length of 5.98 meters as shown. She glued the papers by overlapping one paper on the other. Each overlapping part was 3 cm long. What was the number of square papers she used? Okay, this is somewhat like a grouping question. Okay, you have to find a way to try and group them and make sure you don't miss out anything. So the first square, right, is only overlapping on one part. So this first square, since it's a square, this is a 10 cm. Okay, then the next part here would be 7 cm. Because it's a 10, but this overlapping is already counted for, so there's a 7. Then same for this next one, 7. So it'll be 7, 7, 7, and so on. Then for the last part here, this would be a 7. So every square piece is a 7. Then the last part here is also a 7. Now, only the first piece is a 10 cm. The rest will be 7 cm. So 598. So this one converted to cm is 598 cm. Minus the first one, which is a 10, you get 588. Then the remaining squares would be all 7 cm. So divide by 7, which is 84. Then add back the first square. We took away the 10 cm from the first square. So the total number of squares would be 84 plus 1. Okay, so answer option 4. Question 15. Bala used some wire to form the figure shown here. In the figure, ABCD is a rectangle, and then you have 4 identical triangles, which are equilateral. Area of ABCD is 162 square cm. So you're supposed to find the perimeter of the figure. Okay, so firstly, we have equilateral, right? I'm going to mark out all the equal sides. Okay, so with this, we have area of the rectangle in the middle. Now the area of the rectangle, I don't have the length, I can't find the breadth. I don't have the breadth, I can't find the length. But if I have area of a square, I can actually find the sides with the area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make the rectangle into squares by cutting it down into half. So I have equal sides. This is a square, equal sides. This is a square. Okay, so the area of one square would be 162 divided by 2, 81. The side would be square root of 81 or 9 times 9. So this is 9 cm here. Okay, perimeter of the figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this and this part here would be another 9 cm. So 10 times of 9 cm, 10 times 9. 90 cm is the perimeter. Option 2. In our booklet B, question 16. In the number line below, P represents 1/8, R represents half, PQ equals to QR. What fraction is represented by Q? Now, this fraction is right in the middle of P and R. So what we can do is, let's find what is 1/8 to half. Like, what's the difference? So you take the bigger fraction, half, minus 1/8. This would be 4/8 minus 1/8. 3/8. Now let's find what is the increase to from P to Q, like halfway. So it's actually half of 3/8. So 3/8 divided by 2, which is you do the keep change flip. So you keep the first fraction, change the sign to times, and flip the 2 so that it becomes 1/2. So this will be 3/16. Okay, so here plus 3/16. So now we add from 1/8. If we add 3/16, that will be 5/16. Okay, so answer for Q is 5/16. Question 17, the total mass of 9 durians is 16.2 kg. What's the average mass? Okay, so we just divide by 9. This will be your long division. 1 times 9, 9, 7, bring down the 2, 72, 7.2 or 72, divide by 9 is 8. So 1.8 kg is the average. Question 18, volume of a cube is 64 cubic cm. Find the length of the cube. Now, it's a cube, so all sides are the same. 4 times 4 times 4. So it's just 4 cm. Question 19, pie chart. It shows the number of pupils who chose their favorite sport in a survey. Half of them chose badminton and swimming. So this is a straight line because it's half. How many pupils chose badminton? Okay, so badminton and swimming will be half, floorball and jogging. Okay, because soccer, oops, soccer is 90 degrees, right angle, which means that this is a quarter, which means that floorball plus jogging would give us another 1/4. Okay, so we add floorball plus jogging, 1/4 is 15 plus 10, 25. Then badminton and swimming would be half, which is 2/4. So 25 times 2 is 50. Then badminton would be 50 minus 18. Minus away swimming, which is 32. Question 20, in the figure below, AD is a straight line. AG is parallel to CF. Okay, let's mark that out. CD is parallel to FE. Then we have 52 degrees. AB equals to GB. Okay, we have isosceles. Find DCF, the angle marked out over there. Okay, so firstly, what we can do is, no, if you want to find angle DCF, right? This angle here, and you have parallel lines, and a line cutting through here, then this is a bit like F, your corresponding angles. Corresponding angles means that this angle here is the same as this angle GAB. So I need to find angle GAB. GAB is inside an isosceles triangle. So isosceles triangle, you take 180 minus 52. Be careful of your equal angles. You need to know which two are equal. Okay, these two sides are the same, which means that the base angles that are equal would be at G and at A. Not at B. B is the odd one. So angle GAB would be 128 divided by 2. So if this is 64, which means the DCF is also 64 degrees because of corresponding angles. This angle here, same as this angle here. Question 21. Alice saves $2 every day. Her mother gives her $1 for every 10 days that she saves. What is the total amount of money she will have after 43 days? Okay, so if her mother gives her $1 for every 10 days, right? Let's look at 10 days first. 10 days, how much will she get? So 10 times $2 plus the $1 that her mother gives her. That is a total of $21. Okay, so every 10 days she will get $21. Now, what about 43 days? How many groups of 10 days is that? So 43 divided by 10 equals to 4R3. Okay, there are 4 groups of 10 days, so 4 times $21, which is $84. There is a remainder of 3 days, so this 3 days, she would get 3 times of $2, which is $6. So total would be 84 from the 4 groups plus the $6 from the 3 days. So answer $90. Question 22. Solid below is made up of 7 cubes. So to draw the top view. Okay, so take note that top view, right? You should always start from, imagine you're standing from the front and then you look down. Okay, standing from the front, not from the side. Standing from the front here and then you look down. To your left would be this tree. Okay, please use a ruler. I can't use a ruler here, but yeah, this tree. Okay, then next, these 2 squares next to it, in line with the top one. Then lastly, 1 square at the top as well. So this is what your diagram should look like. B. Tyler painted the whole solid, including the base. Then he took apart into 7 cubes. What's the total number of faces that are painted? Okay, so if you look at these 7 cubes, if it's painted, right? How many faces are painted? So what we need to do is to count the number of faces that are painted, okay? Doesn't matter whether he took apart or not, but just the number of faces that are painted. So from the top, right? From top view, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 faces that are painted. From the bottom, it would be the same, okay? 6 also. So top plus bottom would be 6 times 2. Then from the side, right? Side. Okay, maybe I highlight. From the side, from the side, I will see this, 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 and this. Don't need to care about the other faces, okay? Just look at the side. What do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 faces, and on the other side is also 4. So 4 times 2. So from the sides is 4 times 2, which is 8. And then lastly, front plus back. The front and the back. What views do you get? The front is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The front and the back will be the same. So that's 4 times 2. And now add all of them up. So 12, 8, and 8. 28. Okay, so answer 28 faces. Question 23, Judy and her brother had some stickers. After Judy gave him 30, she had 14 more than him. How many more did Judy have than her brother at first? Okay, I'm going to draw a model. Judy gave him 30 and she still had more. So at first, Judy had a lot more than the brother. So start off with more for Judy. This is a difference of 30. No, sorry, it's not a difference of 30. This is a difference, unknown difference. So after Judy gave him 30, she still had more. So what she gave him is less than half. 30, transfer 30. So after that happens, she had 14 more. So this difference here is 14. So we're finding the difference at first, which is basically this. How much more did Judy have than the brother at first? So you just need to add them up, 30, 14, 30, which is 74. Answer 74. In question 24, a group of students took part in a math competition. 3/8 of the boys and 1/6 of the girls went on to the final round of the competition. There were 60 students who went to the final round, and 3/4 of them were boys. What was the total number of students who took part in this competition? Okay, I'm going to use ratio. So if we have 3/8 of the boys going to the final round, so 3 is referring to the boys that went to the final round. 8 is referring to the total number of boys. For the girls, we have 1/6 going to the final round. So the girls that went to the final round, to the total number of girls, 1 to 6. Then we also have this 3/4 here. This 3/4 is saying that 3/4 of the students that went on to the final round were boys, which means that the girls that went to the final round was 1/4 of them. So boys, final, and girls, final. So of those that went to the final round, 3/4 of them were boys, 1/4 of them were girls. So 3 to 1. Okay, then common base, boys final round, girls final round. Nothing to change, they're all the same. Common base are the same. So 60 students will be 4 units. Total number of students who took part in the competition will be boys plus girls. Don't add too many units, it's just 8 and 6. 14 units. So 14 units would be 14 times 15. Okay, so answer 210. Okay, question 25. Rectangle PQRS is made up of a rectangle and two squares A and B. Find the perimeter of the rectangle PQRS in terms of y. Okay, so we have this side here, y. So B is a square. This is y. This is y. This is y, 12 plus y. Since A is a square, so this is also 12 plus y. 12 plus y. Now we just need to add them up. So 4 times of 12 plus y. Okay, or we can do this 4 times of 12 plus y. Twelve plus y, 4 times 12 plus y. That is 48 plus 4y. Then add the two y's. So 48 plus 4y plus y plus y. So 48 plus 6y. Okay, because the cm represents, cm is for the whole thing, so use brackets. Question 26. Ellen and Baxter started jogging from the same place in opposite directions along a straight path. So this is a straight path. They started from the same place but in opposite directions, which means that one goes to the left, one goes to the right. They jogged for 45 minutes. At the end of the jog, they were 15 km apart. Okay, so I can't tell like who is faster than who, but let's just assume that one is longer, one is shorter. This is A, let's say this is A, speed of 8 km per hour, and this is B, which we don't know the speed. After 45 minutes, they were 15 km apart. Okay, so firstly, let's change all to hours since it's km per hour, right? So 45 minutes would be 3/4 of an hour. So find A in 45 minutes or A in 3/4 hour. A's distance. Distance is speed times time. So 8 times 3/4, which is 6. So this part here is 6 km. Then for B, in that same time, 3/4 hour, it would be 15 km minus 6 km, which is 9 km. So this is 9 km. And since this is in 3/4 hour, right, I want to find time. Sorry, not time, but speed. Speed of B. B's speed. Speed is distance divided by time. So I'll take 9, divide by the time, 3/4 hour. Keep, change, flip. 9 and 3 can simplify. So it becomes 4/3. Is it 4/3? No, wait. Distance divide by time. Yes, so not 4/3, but 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, maybe I'm right. After I cancel, this is a 3. So 3 times 4 is 12. 12/1 is just 12. So answer 12 km per hour. Question 27, Barbara shows the number of cups of milk, juice, coffee, and tea sold on Friday. So we have a pie chart, represents the information. You're supposed to label which one represents which one. Okay, start with the easiest would be starting with the most, which is coffee. Coffee, the biggest part in the pie chart would be over here. So this is coffee. And move on to the least. The least is milk. So the smallest part of the pie chart here, so this is milk. Juice and coffee. Hmm? Sorry, no, juice and tea. Coffee isn't. Juice and tea are the same. Then you have two more portions left that are equal. So juice and tea. 84 cups of milk was sold. Find the total number of cups of drinks sold on Friday. So if this is 84, what's the rest? Okay, in terms of units, right, from the bar graph, this is 2 units, 4 units, 5 units, 4 units. So if the milk is 84, which means that 2 units is 84. One U is 42. Total number of cups. You add all the units up. 2, 4, 5, and 4. 2, 4, 5, 4. 15 units. So to find 15U, 42 times 15. 630 cups. Question 28. So in the figure below, you have a rectangle area of 2250. Triangle MNH here, area 750. Supposed to find the area of the shaded triangle. Now, triangle, let me just highlight these. Two triangles actually gives you half of the whole rectangle. So if the rectangle is triangle M and H is 750. Okay, so these two triangles, right, adds up to half of the rectangle. So 2250 divided by 2, 1125. So since M and H is 750, okay, so to find the shaded, I'll take 1125 minus 750. So answer 375 square cm. Question 29. Okay, we have a triangle PQR. On the grid below, draw a parallelogram RQXY with the same area as PQR without overlapping it. Okay, so the repeating points would be RQ, which is already done. Now, we need to draw a parallelogram, find where is X and Y. So to find the area of the parallelogram, it has to be the same as the triangle. So triangle, count the base height. So the base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 8. Then the height is 1. So half times 8 times 1, which is 4. So I need to try and find to make the parallelogram such that it has an area of 4 units square. Okay. So what we can do is, since we already have one side of it, you have to have another parallel line, right? So let's say I just try. If I draw a line like that, can you see that this parallelogram only gives us a total area of 2 squares? Because like if you cut it here, half, this is 1 square, then this is another 1 square. So this is 2. So I'm going to shift that line down. So it has to cut the same way, like that. Okay, so you use your ruler for this. This is a parallelogram. Now this parallelogram has an area of 4 units square. So how do you tell it's 4 square units? So this, okay, let me just darken this. This is R. So this, oops, this part here is 1 square. Then this part here is 2 squares. And then you have 2 more in the middle, so that's 4 squares. Okay, so this is the same as the triangle. So this is your answer, but with straight lines, I then label your X and Y. So make sure it goes in order. So if like you have R, Q, X must be here, Y must be here. You cannot put the other way. It has to go like either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So R, Q, X, Y. Okay, question 30. Match the net of each solid by writing the letter A, B, or A, B, C, or D on the blank. Okay, so you have 2 nets. Identify which one is it. So for the prism, okay, prism is either A or C lah, okay? Because B and D are definitely talking about the cubes. There are no triangles inside. So prism. Which one is the prism? Is it A or is it B? Is it C? Now, if you fold A, right, this I have to visualize a bit. Uh, if you fold these 3 triangles, rectangles together, these 2 triangles will touch each other, right? It will touch each other at the ends. But for the prism, the triangles are separate, like they are away from each other, which is like in figure C, net C. So this one is C. How about the cube? Okay, the cube. Let's say this is the top. Okay, then this will be the side. The sides will be connected to the top. This will be touching the top. And this will be bottom. Right, so this is net B. What about D? Let's try. If I choose this to be the top, you can choose any side to be the top actually. And this would be touching the sides. So side, side, side. But this one would be weird, awkward, because you can't really fold it down anymore. If this side goes down, this side goes down, this will be stuck in the middle, right? Between the 2 sides. So this one cannot work. Okay, so this one cannot work. So that's why the answer is B. Okay, so with that, this is the end of Rosyth Prelim paper for 2024, paper 1.